Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, lovers, leavers, believers, and me. We have, courtesy of the drop-off ferry, a brand new pair, well, not a brand new pair, but brand new for me because I'm taking them out of the box, of in-ears. We have, for your viewing pleasure, the KZ AS10s. The AS10s are the flagship of the KZ operation and have basically shown people, allegedly, can't be confirmed, just how far KZ can stretch their wings. They're comprised of five balanced armature drivers in four or at least three different specs, but I believe it's four. So we have a different set for the bass, so I'm going to call it sub-bass, the mids and the low mids, and as the pitch goes up, the drivers get smaller. So the first one looks like a subwoofer compared to the tweeters. They literally have tweeter BAs. It's not that they took the same BAs, do 5 of them in there and just tuned them differently. They're actually using something with more mass. And apparently that's going to make an effect. We shall see. So, presentation is quite minimalist. A nice tight black box. Every man loves that. And since there's nothing to be seen here other than the KZ logo, let's see what's inside. Ooh, for KZ, that's quite the thing there. That's a metal plate. Magnetized closure. Oh yeah, that's nice. And we have right and left branding here. We have some writing here, which is very hard to see, but it's just about the manufacturing. You got the KZ logo, and you have a pull tab, and you know I like to pull tabs. So this is a brick of foam, and under your brick of foam, you get your quality assurance, instructions, and in this case, it's a little thick. There's your certificate of QC there, quality control, and you have your extra tips, a few extra tips. Here's a tip for you. So, in addition to that, it's 2 pairs, so I assume the third is on the unit themselves. And in the bag, what have we? But the KZ you would think they would send an upgraded version of the cable, but it is the KZ cable, apparently. The brown or copper or whatever you want to call it, the one that comes with all of them. So much for flagship. So you got your typical hard plastic. You got that old DeLorean shaped design on the let's see here. It's a little rubberized here, so at least it'll last a bit. And your tip is just stereo, no microphone. And you have your memory wire for your ears, I suppose. But yeah, that's what we got. I give myself a little leeway here because I wound a little tight, but then sometimes so am I. And let's see what the cable does. It is what it is. It's not giving me a lot. Let's give it the rotary wrap. It mostly sits and behaves. Not the best, not the worst. That's of interest to you, but let's just hope that they're saving money here so they pass the savings on to you. I have no idea why we need this metal plate, but it is glued on, I think. No, it's not. It's okay. It's a separate award, I guess. And it's glued to a piece of foam. And I don't know if it's possible to read it, but it tells you that you have a pair of in-ears, apparently, by this branding. Okay, so let's pop these bad boys out and let them do what they do. We'll start with the right because it's the right thing to do. And it's a tasty way to do it. Wilford Brimley, back in the day. If you grew up in the 90s, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, these are going to be of trolls. Talk amongst yourselves while I deal with the technical difficulties. And as you can see, we have your nice AS10 branding here on the sides of the in-ears. You have to look through that green mist there. I'm sorry, cyan. I guess it's blue, but with the red and behind it, and then I don't know. It looks green, blue, green, turquoise. It looks turquoise to me. I'm gonna give it turquoise. Okay. So we got the AS10 logo through there. You can see all of the nice computery parts, and you can't see anything through the bottom. Not the best looking. Not really super attractive. It looks like you're wearing a hearing aid. And I know this is hearing aid technology, but you know, you would think that they would try a little fashion forwardness. But again, they're there to be heard, not to be seen. The opposite of children, apparently, as I was told when I was a child. But okay, let's see what kind of fit we can get. And again, stock tips, no changes, no fanciness. We go right what's in the box here. Right what's on in the box. Okay, not bad. I feel the bone seal immediately. Push it right in. They fit. No complications, no deviations that aren't from me not putting them in the right way. They go right in and stay right in. And for fashion purposes, that's how they look when you're looking into them, or when other people are looking into your ear. And now, we're going to give ourselves a bit of an audio test. Let's go to the device. Go ahead and dial up our favorite track here. Our tester. More color. More depth to each note. Now, the bass isn't very prominent, but when the drummer puts his foot down, you know it. So it's there, but it's subtle. It's not boomy. But yeah, every note has a little more weight to it than you would expect. The isolation, the separation is pretty good. It sits a little bit behind you. What comes out of the right comes out of the right. You can definitely hear a bit of location in where the performers were in relationship to the microphones. And the highs aren't punching me in the mouth. They're perfectly clear, but they're not screaming at me. They're not giving you that nails on a chalkboard thing. It's warm. It's inviting. It's not sterile at all. It's these were meant to be enjoyed. So I really I'm gonna need to give them some more listening though, because I'm not sure I have these quite figured out yet. But we give them a shot. We give them a shot. We're not gonna throw them away right away. As far as comfort goes, I don't feel anything poking on me. I don't feel any protuberances or irritation. But I've only been wearing them for a little bit. They don't seem to weigh much. The plastic is definitely doing its job from that perspective. They're very light. They do seal. I'm shut in here. I can definitely hear my own bone conductivity, right into my own ear. So let's give them a good old shake test. I'm lightheaded. Are you? Stay where they are. So, these are good for the gym. They get the gym test out, and they're all plastic, so they're gonna repel water. There's no problem there. So, given the fact that these are their landmark, their top of the line jammies, and off sale, you're gonna look at them for what, $70? It's time to start stacking them up against some other people's top of the line joints and see, when we do a review and the listening party, how much we can cut the wheat from the chaff, so to say. But for now, if you're on a trip, if you're doing something decent, they'll work for listening to some art.